Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Saturday. It's Daryl here. It's 4 a.m. bright and early here in Connecticut on the East Coast. It's amazing sometimes. Like 2 or 3 days ago, I started talking about Joe Biden's Neanderthal comment. There was a lot of stuff going on in my mind even before that. That was going on because I was watching reruns of Home Improvement and Tim Allen grunting like a Neanderthal. It's amazing. It's sometimes I wonder. It's almost like the country's collective conscience almost works all together because you see these stories as we each of us seem to be all on the same page at the same time sometimes, and this is one of those times. I want to talk about a Missouri pastor. His name is Stuart Allen Clark. He's a rather portly fellow. Not doesn't look like Mark Wahlberg. We'll just leave it right there. All right. I don't even know where to start with this. Okay. He has gotten a lot of attention and not any of it really good. He did a sermon recently, okay, and he lectured his female congregation that they should try to keep their weight down, not wear sweatpants. They should always try to look attractive. They should aspire to be like the ultimate trophy wife, Melania Trump. They should aspire to be like her because she's the ultimate trophy wife. His words, trophy wife. This is a pastor, a man of God, talking about trophy wives. I can't wait to get into this. And then I don't even know where to start with this, man. But it's amazing how this story comes up. Like I said, sometimes I wonder, it's like the country's collective conscience all kind of works together. I don't know if we just focus on one. Maybe a story pops up and people subconsciously, like this pastor, start saying things that feed into it. I don't know how it works, but okay. Maybe this pastor heard Joe Biden's Neanderthal comment, and somehow this was his reply to that. I don't know. I don't even know where to start with this guy. Okay, let me tell you guys this. First of all, I'm 55 years old. I've never been married. I've gotten a lot closer, a lot stronger in my faith in the last 14 years of sobriety, being completely clean and sober. I read the Bible. I pray every day. But the gist of the way I understand marriage is where two become one. You share an intimacy that's even deeper than physically. Your mind, your love, everything, your souls be intertwined. That's the way I understand marriage, and I take this seriously as I've never until I'm sure that I feel that I've never married. I've come close. I've had dozens of relationships over the last 30 years. Some for 8 years, 4 years. I'm more of a long-term relationship kind of guy. I told you guys, I grew up with women. I'm not a player, not by any means. I'm a romantic. I fall in love with one person, one woman at a time, and my heart is gone. So anyway, we have this pastor here, and he seems to be saying that physical looks, that it's almost like he's saying that the woman is a possession, and that she's got to look as shiny and bright and brand new as she did when they married to keep his attention. Okay, so he says women don't understand. They don't seem to understand at all. They're not built. It's like they can't understand how visual men are. I have to laugh at this. Now, I've told you guys, I grew up with my mother, my sister. My dad died when I was 9. And I feel very at ease talking to women. I think that shows a certain confidence. I'm relaxed, and I've never had a problem relating to women. It comes naturally to me. I just feel at ease talking to them. And let me tell you, this pastor couldn't be more wrong. Women look just as much as this guy is standing up there, trying to explain to these poor women who they just can't understand their minds. Their simple little minds don't work this way. That's what he sounds like he's saying. when in fact, women look just as much as guys do. And believe me, they are not just looking at men's eyes or men's hair or their shoulders. But believe me, what do you think? What do you think women scope out when they're walking in the mall and they see a good-looking guy come towards them? Do you think their eyes just go? They just look, or they don't look at all because they're married and they don't work that way? It's unbelievable. This guy is up there lecturing how women they can't understand. They need to look pretty so the man's eyes don't wander. Because in his head, women don't work like that. Women don't notice men's shoulders, men's butts, men's lower parts. Believe me, they do. And not just a few of them. We all know it's not, women are afraid of being labeled. So it's not really, unfortunately, it's not socially acceptable for them to be as obvious and open about their visual gazing as men are. But believe me, women look just as much as guys do, and they'll tell you that. And if they don't tell you that, they don't want to get their man angry. Okay, so moving on here. Now, this guy easily has a large role. I'll put the link down below. This guy is easily, I'd say, about 80 pounds overweight. And he's up there telling women that they should look, they got to keep their weight down and look attractive. Because somehow, I guess, that doesn't matter to women. The fact that this overweight, bland, frumpy-looking guy is up there lecturing women on how they should look more attractive, I don't even know where to start with this. I wanted to be careful before I made this video. Okay, I'm 6'4". I'm 189 pounds, 190 pounds. I've been working out 4 hours a day for the last 14 years. This is mainly because I recovered from drugs and I needed something to focus my mind on. And I got addicted to working out. I didn't always look like this. I was very overweight when I was younger. I was very quiet. I was kind of big, gawky. I had a nickname, Lurch. The guy from the Addams Family. You rang. That guy. I was ignored by women back in elementary school, by girls. I was probably one of the last ones to be asked to go to the dance or whatever. I wouldn't even bother, not asked to go to the dance, but I said that wrong. But I'd be the only one that wouldn't have a girlfriend to go to the dance with at the end. It's not like I waited around for the women to ask me, but and things have changed a lot. And I was gonna post some of the comments I get on Instagram and my Facebook pages from married women, just commenting. I get compliments from married women, and they're just and I know they're not serious or anything, but I just wanted to make a point. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to breach. Even if I crossed out the names, I don't want to go down that road. But married women do look. They're just as visual as guys are. And then there's, like I said, there's the whole point of this guy certainly being no Mark Wahlberg himself. And the fact is he's so oblivious to all of this that he's sitting up there lecturing women that they should be more like a trophy wife when he is overweight and bland himself, that he's a pastor and he's supposed to be a man of God. And basically he's telling women to act like possessions. I don't think that's, in God's whole plan. I don't think marriage is about owning a woman. I think, like I said, it's two souls intertwining. And that there's no room in that. There's no room for a trophy wife. The fact that a pastor is up there describing marriage in these terms, this guy doesn't even belong. He's just wrong as a man. He's wrong as a pastor. He's wrong as a husband. He is just oblivious on so many levels. Okay, so let's talk about how he chooses Melania Trump. Now, I don't want to disparage Melania Trump. Personally, my honest opinion, I've always found Michelle Obama very attractive. There's something about her smile and her face. She's got a very nice figure. I would say Michelle Obama's figure and Melania Trump's figure are equal to me. I've always found her friendly there's something about her face that I find very attractive. Melania Trump is, to me, there's something about her. Any woman that would be attracted to Donald Trump, I think they're attracted by power. I think they're kind of the same just like this pastor looks at women and judges them by their looks. Melania Trump is of the same ilk. She looks at men and judges them by their money and their power. And that's what's important to her. So it's interesting because Melania Trump and women like her are very similar to this pastor. That it kind of appears that they're not even taking God's real meaning of marriage into this. They're looking at the other person as what they can provide for them. You know, a trophy wife in the pastor's case. And with Melania Trump, it's power and limousines and Park Avenue and Trump Towers and jets. I'm going to leave you guys with this note too. I read the book by, Stormy Daniels. And I knew there was a description of Donald Trump in there, an intimate description. And I was curious. And Donald Trump is no physical specimen, according to Stormy Daniels. So I was just curious, if Donald Trump had the whole package, let's just say, because looks-wise, I'm a guy, I don't think he's all that good looking personally. I was wondering what he was packing, and Stormy Daniels wasn't too impressed with it. But that being said, that just furthers my point that I think Melania and people like her, people like this pastor maybe it's a narcissistic type view of, they're not even looking at the opposite sex in an intimate, personal way as people, as seeing their true personalities. They're just looking at a trophy wife and power. I could go on and on this for a long time, but I got quite a kick out of this pastor saying that the best part was this pastor trying to explain to women how men are very visual, and that he thinks they just don't understand. Like, they don't look at all. They're not visual at all. They just sit home in their kitchen and make cakes and pies and run around barefoot. Wow, this pastor is in the dark, let me tell you. All right, I could talk for hours on this, but all right, I'll be back later with another video. You guys have a good Saturday.